Hi everyone, I'm Supriya Shriyan and I'm going to share something very interesting on the topic emotional intelligence. Well, friends, we all know that it is not only the IQ but also the EQ, which is the emotional quotient, that is essential to be successful in the corporate world. Not only in the corporate world, but wherever you go, you need to have the emotional quotient. Well, today I'm going to share some interesting tips on how you could really manage your emotions and feelings and really build on your emotional intelligence. Before that, let me share a very interesting story. Now, there was this young executive by the name John. Now, John was given a very, hardcore project by his boss. He worked day and night, slogged on that project. He even sacrificed his sleep, and ensured that the project was completed on time. But as soon as the boss saw the project, and went over it, he absolutely rejected the project. And John felt so upset. He felt that he was so demotivated, and he felt that that he really lacked the talent, the skills in him, and he was absolutely full of negativity after that rejection. He felt that he worked so much on it, but his idea was rejected. Not only that, his boss always humiliated him, criticized him, and also gave him a destructive feedback all the time, putting him down, rather than giving him constructive feedback. He was always, you know, demotivated. And John felt that whether he's working in the right place or whether he should quit the company, so many thoughts ran into his mind. His colleagues also, he felt that his colleagues were really uncooperative, were really not willing to, work in cooperation in the team. There's so many things that really went on in his mind, and he was feeling negative even working in that organization. Well, this could happen even with you. You know, you may have a tough boss, you may have certain tough colleagues, or you may feel that yes, that you're not working in the right organization. There's so many things that happen in our day-to-day life. Friends, now let's understand how we could really change our attitude in such situation. First of all, be aware about your emotions and feelings. Now, if you were in John's place, the first thing that you need to do is try and understand your emotions and feelings. Reflect on it, right? And also understand that how you can shift your thoughts and emotions. As you know, every negative thoughts and emotions can destroy our inner peace. So remember, friends, learn how to shift your thoughts by canceling every negative thought or statement with the positive thought and statement. Now, the positive statement can be, I have the ideas, I have the potential to really come up with the best solution. Or the next positive statement can be, oh, I accept my boss as he is. Even though he's rude, maybe there's something positive that he has to share, right? And don't hold on to the negative. A lot of times people hold on to the negative, instead of looking at the positives of what your boss has to say, right? So that is one thing that you can do. And another positive statement that you can, kind of work on is, by believing that you have the potential to excel in that particular project. Giving those positive affirmation can itself strengthen your subconscious mind. So it's all about how you strengthen your subconscious mind by giving those positive affirmations. Another positive affirmation statement can be that, oh, this change is for my own positive benefit and growth. When we give these affirmations to our mind, definitely we're able to manage our emotions and feelings. So friends, it's all about how you kind of bathe in these positive emotions and feelings, and how you really practice mindfulness even at your workplace. Even though you're surrounded by negative people around you, or even though you come across very difficult people, it's all about how you project and program your mind towards situations like this, right? Now, the second important point that you need to keep in mind here is learning how to manage the emotions and feelings of people around you. Well, it is a challenging thing to do, but it's not a difficult thing at all, right? It's how you really, kind of recognize other people's emotions and feelings and learn how to deal with it will really help you to manage the emotions and feelings of people around you. You may come across a tough boss, right? Who may really, want you to meet certain deadlines, but how you assure him through your body language, through the words that you choose, will definitely help him, will definitely help you manage the emotions of your boss. It could be like, for example, if your boss is like stressing on a particular project, wanting you to meet a particular deadline, how you kind of use those, a positive and gentle tone by letting him know that, sir, I really understand your concern, but I will definitely show that positive result, come up with a positive solution and ensure that I'll meet that deadline. If you give me those couple of days, definitely I will, complete that particular project. So your body language, the tone in which you speak, the words you choose can definitely help you manage the emotions of your boss, right? And many a times it so happens, your boss may be, going through a stressful situation, and how you kind of even show that consideration, the kindness, the concern towards him will help you build a good rapport with your boss. It could be like maybe your boss's mom is not well, right? Even if you just say, all right, sir, I heard that your mom's not well. I hope, things get better with you. And, or maybe you can even ask a question like, okay, is there something that I can do from my side? This again helps you build good rapport with your boss. Another thing could be maybe he's undergoing a surgery next week, right? So even if you are, kind of mention small little thing like, oh, I heard that, sir, you're going through a surgery next week, and I will definitely pray that, that your surgery goes off extremely well, and you become 100% all right. See, these are the positive emotions, the positive energy that we're transmitting through our words, and that really creates an impact even in our relationships with, it could be a boss, it could be our colleagues, it could be anywhere. Just by our tone, by the words that we speak, we can really create a positive impact in our surroundings. Just in fact, when you just speak those words, your boss may feel so good about himself, and that's how you're able to even manage his emotions. So even though sometimes, you may have, certain things which you have not met, he may not take it so seriously, or he may not like really, kind of give you a hard time, right? Because at times it so happens, there are certain pressing deadlines, but because your relationship with your boss is so strong, so positive, he may ignore, certain negatives about you. So these are certain things we need to understand, to build good relationship, not only with our colleagues but also with our bosses. Well, next important point that I would like to say is learn how to appreciate one another. Many a times we are just in a hurry to prove our point right. We really feel that we are right. So why don't we just listen actively to our co-workers, to our managers, and see what they have to say? Respect their views and opinions, accommodate their views and opinions, right? And also learn how to appreciate their views and opinions, right? Even though they may not always be right, right? And then subtly put across your points, by showing the key benefits. So that goes again a long way in building good relationship with your team members too, right? Okay. Next important point that I would like to stress here is learn how to empathize with one another. Empathy is nothing but putting yourself in the other person's shoes and understanding what the person is going through, right? The person may be going through his own, setbacks, his own, negativities. So you need to kind of put yourself, in the other person's shoes, right? And learn how to prepare your responses well, instead of reacting, respond positively, plan your responses. We're always in a hurry to kind of, speak, but why don't we just plan our responses well? and speak positively rather than overreact to situation. And that strains relationship. It could be with your colleagues, with your teammates, with anybody, right? So instead of really overreacting to things, or instead of just speaking any negative thing, that comes up to your mind in a difficult situation, plan your response as well, right? Learn how to respond positively than react, you know. And next thing I would like to stress here is believe in yourself. Believe that you're able to manage your emotions and feelings, right? Take ownership of the problems and solutions of your team. A lot of times, people tend to kind of, uh, you know, postpone things, or they feel, they can just pass on the buck, right? Why don't we take ownership of the problem and solutions of our team? You know, that's how you will really be an inspiration to your team, be a role model to your team. Ultimately, your team will look up to you, right? And next important thing is take responsibility of your actions, of your feelings and your emotions rather than blame others. You cannot be blaming somebody else for the way you're feeling right now, right? Because you're responsible for your own feelings and emotions. It's how you interpret a situation. It could be positive, it could be negative. So learn how to interpret things in the right manner, positively, and I'm sure everything will turn out in your favor, and you will learn how to manage not only your emotions and feelings, but also manage the emotions and feelings of people at your workplace. So these were certain tips that I wanted to share, which would really help you maintain good relationship, with your colleagues, with your bosses, and really lead a happy life. So thank you for watching, and I really pray that each one of you will have a blissful corporate relationship with your teammates. Thank you very much.